Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shauna, or you can call me Mismooncrystal, whatever vibes with you the most. Today I wanted to do a video for like the follow-up energy after this full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. So I just wanted to see kind of what we can expect, what energies are coming through, and this is going to be a reading for the collective. So it'll be a more general reading, but I am thinking about going to making videos every day or every other day and doing like daily guidance like this. Let me know what you guys think. I used to do them before, but I kind of jumped on the pick a card wagon just because, you know, I know a lot of people like them. They are fun to do, but my heart really wasn't fully in them. So I still want to do those, but I really want to throw myself into maybe doing daily guidance videos for you guys and daily readings. So yeah, like I said, just let me know what you think, if that'd be something that you would like, or would you like the pick a cards better, or you know, for both. So yeah, I'm just trying to get your feedback on all this. I have had a hard time really finding consistency in doing the pick a cards. I think it's harder for me to channel messages that way. I don't know. There's something that's not aligning here in this situation. So, but when I was doing the daily guidance before, I was like on it because I loved doing it. I had a schedule, you know, I knew what I was doing, all those sort of things. So we'll see what happens. If I do start making them, obviously you'll see them pop up, but I'll also put a schedule and, you know, say this is my posting days and all that. So yeah, I'll let y'all know about that as well. So this full moon and Sagittarius energy is huge. We know it's huge. I did a post today on Instagram, and I feel like we're literally standing at a door and we're about to walk through, and when we walk through, we're not going to be able to go back. And I kept having that feeling, and that feeling actually back in May, that once we move forward, we can't go back. Well, and that makes sense energetically, scientifically, on lots of different levels. We won't get into that right now. But I really feel like we are at this, you know, crossing the road, this turning point. I guess fork in the road is what it is. And you know, we are being pushed into it as well because the energy is pushing us in there. And it's kind of like we're either going to crumble or, you know, and fold under the pressure, or we're going to move forward and it's going to be even better for us. So we've talked about abundance over the last month, and abundance was important, and I still feel it is. And you know, when I talk about abundance, it's not just money. I feel like abundance has to do with everything in your life. Love, happiness, money, family, all those things are abundant. You know, everything is healthy and good and in balance. So this is the word that came to me today, was about balance. And that's what's going on right now. The universe is restoring itself back to balance. So the people that have kind of been in control for a long time, they built a system on hate and greed, and, you know, kind of forced us into being that way too. So, you know, we really didn't feel like we had a choice other than we have to go make money, and we are going to have to be greedy because we have to take care of ourselves. So we are pushed into this system, but it doesn't feel right. So now we're starting to wake up to see this system does not align to who we truly are. And I do feel like the people that are in control, things are going to, you know, come to light because it's the end of a cycle, it's the end of an age, and I feel that the universe is trying to restore itself back. So it's bringing those things that were hidden into the light to balance itself. So yes, this is why we are seeing so much going on in the world. This is why we are seeing things going on to balance themselves back out, because it was an unfair system. And the universe knows it. The universe is at love. And if anything else vibrating on that does not align to it. So it kind of allows things to happen for a while, these cycles, these ages, to kind of see if it'll get worked out. It gives you time. You know, that's part of karma and learning and healing and all of that. You have to have time to actually heal it. Well, now we're coming to the end to where, okay, some of these people are not ready to level up yet. Their consciousness, they didn't make the right choices in shifting, you know, with the planet. Instead of healing the planet and giving back to the planet, we are taking more and more and destroying it. So these things don't make sense, right? Like it's kind of like a no-brainer. Why would we destroy the planet that, you know, gives us life, that we actually need in order to live? Like, we have to have this planet. We are one, we are connected with it. And then instead, we're, you know, going to space and stuff like that, and kind of ignoring the fact that, you know, there's a lot of other things going on in the world. Back to balance. So also, you know, if there are people over here that are starving to death, yet there's people that are making billions and billions of dollars, these things are out of balance. It doesn't make sense. I could go into this a lot more, and I won't, but anyway, obviously, I feel some type of way about it. But anyway, back to balance. So this is important right now. I think it starts on the small level with us, and then it goes to a bigger level and is reflected into the collective, into the world. So if we don't have balance within ourselves, which we haven't, because we've kind of been forced, like I said, into the system to, you know, we just, and we were kind of, like I said, put on the hamster wheel, I said before. You know, once we're on the hamster wheel, we're so blinded because we're just always worried about the next thing. Oh, we have to make money. Oh, we have to pay our bills. You know, we don't have time to think about these things. Like I said, we were stopped, and everybody got to stop and start to look around, which was beautiful. And when they did, they saw, this isn't balanced, this isn't right. So now we're seeing the out of balance. We're seeing that what we truly want, is coming to light. You know, we've had items and objects and things shoved in our face because they're like, here, take this object. Isn't this pretty? Isn't this shiny? Go buy it. Go buy lots of them. Buy your family one. You know, each one of them, kind of thing too. So that was kind of that was distracting us as well from what the true point is, which is turning within ourselves and finding love within ourselves. Because once we do that, balance our own selves out, that is reflected into the world. So literally, we talk about grounding, and grounding takes us back to neutral. And, you know, I feel it's best to actually ground yourself in nature. Go put your feet, I point outside because of my window, because I literally go out there and put my feet in the ground and walk around. But it literally, down to the molecular cellular structure of your body, changes you on a cellular level. So when you go out there, your cells realign to neutral too. So this is a really cool thing also. If, say, you're not feeling good, like sick, you can go outside and spend a lot of time in nature and actually rebuild healthy cells in your body. You can look that up. I won't get into it too much right now, but it is a very interesting thing, and it also has to go along with vibrations and all those things as well. I won't get into it fully this time, but the balance thing is huge, you guys. I feel like that's going to be where we really need to be looking in ourselves and areas of our lives. Where is it out of balance? So even if money is lacking, why? Why is money lacking? Is it a self-worth issue? In a relationship, is your relationship out of balance? Are you not even able to find someone to be in a relationship with? These are things that would be out of balance in your life. They can also be karmic blocks in your auric system, which is usually just thoughts, consciousness, beliefs, all stacked up in there. You know, and when you get to a certain point in your life, after all of those have been put in there, it starts to look like kind of like chaos in our life. Like, oh, I can never find the right person. I can't make enough money. Like, this is the stuff. And it comes out in a physical form in our realities. And those are blocks. Those are karmic blocks and energetic blocks. So we are starting to clear these, I feel, and we are learning to balance ourselves back out too. You know, if we easily get angry, then we have a lot of masculine energy. So what do we do to balance this? We would go and do more feminine things. This is, you know, using things with, you know, being more emotional, being more open, you know, your psychic abilities, your intuition, using those sort of things, actually resting and taking care of yourself. These are feminine qualities. So you would take and balance that, you know, anger, that frustration out with those more feminine kind of activities and thinking. So like I'm saying, and I hope this makes sense, and I hope you guys are actually able to use it in your life. So I talk about slowing down, becoming aware, and now we're asking questions. We're asking questions of, okay, why is my life like this? Why am I not happy? Is it because I don't have enough things? No, that's not why. It's because something is going on inside. There's blocks inside. There's healing that needs to be done from trauma that we are ignoring from childhood. This is all stuff that is coming to the surface, and it's going to continue to come to the surface. So healing these things, balancing ourselves back out, getting out in nature, mindfulness, all these things, moving in your body. I don't care, get up and just dance. We used to, when I was going to yoga with my teachers, she would always do this thing called freedom dance. And so for an hour, we would literally do whatever movement and you know, that comes to your mind. It's like intuitive, you know, almost thing. And at first it's so awkward, but then by the end you feel so good, and it's fun. It's just a lot of fun, and everybody around you is having fun. It lightens the mood, it lightens your energy. It really gets rid of any of those blocks or stale energy that you have in you, is what I feel like. So do some freedom dance, turn on some music, and move however you feel, you know, led to move. I know all of this may sound a little silly, but I promise you these are things that are going to make a big impact in your life, because most of us are sitting like this, like, you know, not moving on the computer with the phone, like really, or watching Netflix. We're not moving very much, and this is creating stale energy, especially when we're sitting there having negative thoughts about ourselves, about other people, all these things. Then, you know, this is all getting stuck in our auric field, so we have to move. We have to let that loose. You can also sage yourself. I like to do that actually in the morning. I will sage myself. And like I said, do some movement, go outside, ground myself. And like I said, these little things really make a big difference. And like I was saying before, you know, it's scientifically proven that when you go out into nature, you know, your cells reset, and they're actually able to, you know, create new healthy cells from that. So if you're creating unhealthy cells in a stale environment with negative thoughts and beliefs, actually, that's just going to actually keep reproducing that negative kind of energy over and over. That's that cycle, that's that loop. So we're trying to clear all that and start new. So the mindfulness not always, the mindfulness also is really cool because it brings you back to the present moment. It grounds you. So you're able to make new decisions and have new thoughts. You know, obviously the thoughts that we have had in the past up until this moment have led us to where we are now. So we have to look at our lives and go, do I like what I see in front of me? Do I like myself? Do I even know who I am right now? Those sort of things. And then we start looking and analyzing different places in our life, like I said, families, money, relationships, and going, why is that like that? You know, a lot of times I see people blame someone else for how they feel, how they reacted, and I feel like that needs to go. Like, start taking the blame and start doing the work. Yes, it does hurt, but that's part of the process as well too. Too many people are giving their power away because they're letting someone else say, oh, you caused me to do this. You caused me to react in this way. That is giving your power away. No, you have complete control over this and how you react and how you feel in each moment. And that is the point. So yes, use that mindfulness, have new thoughts, create new thoughts. When you do that, it's going to create new energy around you too, more positive energy, restore balance back to your life. So people are so, or everyone is so afraid to be themselves. They're afraid to speak their mind, their communication skills. The throat chakra's been closed off, I feel like, for a long time, and just the collective. But it's coming online strong. The heart chakra is opening too. We're starting to love. We're starting to want to love more and experience more from our heart. So all these things are happening, and they're naturally happening too. And like I said, basically there's going to be people that totally go crazy from this energy, and they'll probably just go try to ignore it and completely just like, throw themselves into work and to money and just live out their life like that. But then there's going to be a lot of us, a lot of you guys that are going to start to, change things in the world. Be that change, be that light worker, be that way shower. A lot of you guys are. You're waking up, and you guys are the ones that are going to help other people see things too. So you have to believe in yourself and trust yourself. But once you start doing that work that I'm talking about, I promise you, I just say it all the time, things are going to change. You're going to feel so much better. Balancing your life. Look at areas in your life. Why is that like that? What thoughts did I have that led me to this? Did I think negatively about myself? Do I feel unworthy? Those all need to go. Definitely need to go right now. So we have to start loving ourselves, and then we're going to love others when we do that. That's reflected out into the collective, into the universe, and it restores us. It really does. It heals us. So I've also been encouraging people to help your friends and your neighbors out. This also helps us heal. When we can go help someone else and really not expect anything in return, do it out of love. Because true, unconditional love, really, it doesn't matter what you do to it. You can't hurt it. It knows that the only reason that you're hurting it is because you are hurting it and are lacking in love. Love doesn't expect anything. It has no conditions. That's the unconditional part. So, yeah, definitely try to get out there. Start helping people. Get involved. Talk to people. Make them feel better about themselves. I think that's really important as well, too. We live in a very vain society that makes people feel really bad about themselves, and they just shut down, and they don't want to share their talents and gifts and all those things because they're afraid to, because of the way they look or the way they even feel about themselves. I see beautiful people that have lower self-esteem than other people that would be considered not as beautiful. So it really comes down to your thought process, but really learning to love yourself. Okay, I hope that wasn't like a rant. It really didn't feel like it. I felt like that was more of a channeled message. So what I'm going to do, pause the video. I'm going to shuffle because it's loud and I don't like it. And then I'll be back when I have my cards. All right, my friends, I pulled some cards. I pulled a lot of cards, to be honest. The last one I pulled was the Krishna card. I love this Yogic Path deck, I just have to say. I use it a lot. This is another one I use in the Cashapp readings that helps me a lot, communicates a lot to me. This one, though, is beautiful because it talks about being loving and compassionate, and also feeling like we're alone on our journey, and feeling kind of disconnected as well, too. This one also always reminds me of, we feel like there's two separate parts to us, a good and a bad side, a divine side, and then this shadow side of us, when actually these are all one and the same. And the shadow and the light work together to help us grow to, become that whole holistic, whole being. So I really liked that this card came out. I also got the World card, so I do sense that we're going to be seeing a lot of things, like we are already on social media, going on, that is coming out. We're going to, I feel that something's going to happen probably in the next week, is what I'm feeling like, that's going to just change people's perceptions of how they see things. And then I got the third house of perception. So this is really important. We're starting to be able to see things clearer. We're starting to be able to look at things differently, and that is also so we can, change things in our lives. We're being innovative. Instead of us doing the same thing over and over again and looping back, we're able to now think a new thought, create a new plan, and do something that is more for our highest good, that aligns with love and truth and those sort of things. Something else I did see, which I saw in the June 2020. So for some of you, you're going to be meeting your soulmate this month. So pay attention to that. I feel like this person is going to be a very grounded person that is coming through. Now, for some of you, this is not all love and relationships, like romantic. This is some of you, a really good friend that is coming in that is going to help ground you. So I feel the universe is doing this on purpose. They're bringing, you know, sending this person in for you if you've been feeling ungrounded. This is going to be someone that's going to help you along your journey. So I think that's a beautiful thing. Like I was talking about a minute ago, be generous in spirit, be compassionate. You know, be loving, be understanding. We've all been closed off to that for a long time too. And now, you know, this is really bringing our emotions out. Everything that has happened over the last 6 months is really bringing this feminine energy out of us, this compassionate energy. And that's why, like, I encourage you guys to be kind to people around you and help people out. Do something that you normally wouldn't do. It will make you feel really good, and it's going to make the other person feel really good, and then they're going to go do that with somebody else. So it's just, it's, you know, your cup runneth over, it spills out. I also got, how can you mother yourself? Which, once again, we're talking about taking care of ourselves. Take time to breathe out. Slow down right now. Things are not going to be fully in motion yet. I feel like there's still this pause button going on in the world and in our lives, and we're not hitting it again, and we're not pressing play again probably for another couple weeks. But at that time, we're going to build up momentum. We're going to build up some energy here too. I like that we have this lunar eclipse and full moon in Sagittarius, because I almost feel that this fire masculine energy is really going to balance us out. I've been feeling very to the more feminine side of things lately, and that is not like me. I am an Aries. And I am typically a very more masculine, fiery kind of person myself. So this feminine energy like hit me, and like I'm like, woo, kind of thing. So I'm kind of excited about getting some of this more masculine energy back, so I'm able to see clearer. And that's part of it. It's helping us to see the bigger picture. We're not in our heads as much. You know, we're able to look out and see our perceptions. But I do feel that we had to spend time in our heads for the last couple months in order to dig out some of these things, to ask questions. All this is perfect. You know, it's all for our highest good. It's lining things up for us so we can learn the truth, learn, you know, the hidden things, and really for spiritual perfection that's coming through. But yes, definitely, you guys. I really just hope you guys are taking good care of yourselves, that you're taking care of others too. Being loving to other people as well too. And I know we're going to be seeing a lot of changes over the next few weeks. Don't let social media impact you. You know, take a step back. Take time to breathe. Sorry, y'all. If it is affecting you in that way, because once again, you're in control of how you feel, and how you feel affects the world. So if something is making you angry or upset, then take time away from it. Go back out, ground yourself, you know, bring everything back to neutral, you know, so you're able to breathe and see. Like I said, I do feel it's going to be intense over the next couple weeks. And a lot of truth is going to come out, and that truth may be hurtful for a lot of people as well too. So we just got to be mindful of ourselves and the people around us, and take care of ourselves right now. You guys take care of yourselves. But I appreciate y'all so much, and I hope y'all have a super blessed weekend, and thank you for watching.